Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to my garage that has nothing in it. And my little studio is gone as well. I am moving to Arizona next week, so I literally, this is pretty much all I have. I left the dirt bike, gonna just load it in the back of the truck once the time has come to actually move. So this is why you're getting me here in my garage. But I wanted to make a small Supercross prediction video. Don't expect a whole lot of editing. Just sort of throwing it out there the day before the race.
What chance does a privateer have?
Welcome to Supercross.
What do you say to a factory ride?
And I just wanted to point out a couple things. So they're only taking the top 40 riders pretty much in points. They have to be tested for COVID, and then once they show up, they have to be retested for COVID. And they have to agree to race all 7 rounds, so they have to pre-sign up. So there's a good substantial chunk of money in order to do that, as opposed to just one-off race. Most of the privateers more than likely will not be there, but all the factory teams will be there. There's going to be no spectators, which is kind of a bummer. Besides, you could spend $25 to be featured in the stands. They're going to put a picture of you in the stands. I get why they're doing it, is because they're trying to still make some money because they don't have any of the ticket sales in the stadium. But it's just, I can't believe the world we're living in, where we have a picture of Johnny Hopper or Joe Schmo just sitting taped to the chair. It's interesting, very interesting. But I did think it was cool that every round, Sunday to Wednesday, back to Sunday to Wednesday, they're gonna have a different track. It's not gonna be backwards, it's gonna be a new design. So Dirtworks is gonna be on top of it. Do I suspect that there might be some problems? Yeah, because they're busting it out in 2 days, but they've got enough crew members. They've been doing this for a long time. I think it's just going to make for some good, exciting racing here. So there's just a couple riders that I want to talk about. AC, Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac. The guy that I hope wins the championship, Ken Roczen. So first of all, AC is pretty much recovered. Same thing with Webb. They've had time off. It's a bummer Musquin's not going to be there. But talking about AC, he's always been the fastest qualifier in every round up till he got hurt. Do I think he's going to be fastest qualifier pretty much every round? Well, if history has a way of repeating itself, sometimes it does, but it typically rhymes. So I do think he's going to be the fastest qualifier. And yes, they're going to have a small qualifying session just so that they can line up for gate position, for those top 40. But they're not going from however many people show up to just 40. They're just taking the 40 and qualifying them for gate position for the heat races. I do think there's going to be a lot of team orders in play with AC. I think if he's in a position to win some races, he's going to, unless Tomac is right on his ass. Therefore, I think he's going to do the Musquin thing, get out of the way, let Dungey by, whatever you need to do, so that Eli Tomac is going to win his first championship for Kawasaki. Because he's sitting in 10 points. He's way back. He doesn't have a chance, particularly to even get on the podium. So I think he's going to leave it balls to the wall, try to win as many races as he can. I mean, at least be out front for as many races as he can, but he might have to give away a few to his teammate. So he's going to be probably out front the majority of these races unless he makes a mistake, because he's going to be pushing himself. And then as far as Tomac, I think this first race, I think he's going to want to be top 3. He wants to keep an eye on everybody. He doesn't want to just go out banging and get hurt and lose his championship hopes, because he really has the most to lose out of anybody, because he's never been this close this late in the season before. So he's got the points lead. It's only by 3 points. He's probably going to do his best to judge what everyone is doing and kind of match his speed. He's always been particularly the fastest guy on the track until it came to AC, but he has the ability to adjust to the certain speed of the track. You know, I like to call it Tomac because sometimes if he just tries to go 150%, he ends up crashing and it ends up hurting his chances. And the reason why I don't think he's won a Supercross is because there's just not as many races. Motocross, there's 24 motos and they're 50% longer than what a Supercross race is, so there's plenty of time to make up, especially if you're one of the faster guys. So he's got to be a little bit more strategic with that. When it comes to Roczen, I think his game plan is probably going to be the same unless Tomac is in front of him. If Tomac is in front of him, he's going to do whatever it takes, whatever limit he needs to push to get close to that guy so that he doesn't lose as many points. If not, pass him to gain some points because he's running out of time and it's very close. Then when it comes to Webb, this is another guy that I wouldn't really mind winning the championship again, just solidifying, hey, you know, last year wasn't a fluke. He has had a couple wins, a couple podiums, but he's typically not the fastest guy. But I think he's the smartest guy, the most strategic guy on the track. So this guy, I say, is probably going to do the same thing as AC, is try to ride as hard as he can, get up front, get away from all those guys, because he needs to make up a lot of points. He's something like 29 points down. He needs to get this ball rolling, and he needs to start making a dent sooner rather than later, because the last thing he wants to do is go home in July when motocross starts and go, man, only if I would have pushed a little bit harder race 1 and 2. So what I think is going to happen this weekend. I want to know what you guys think is going to happen in the comments below. And as far as the 250s go, Sexton, dude, that dude looked massive. He looks like he's gained weight, 180 pounds. He can totally manhandle that 250. Pretty much his lap times have been pretty close to the 450s most of the time. And I think a 250 sometimes does a little bit better in Supercross just because they're lighter, but they make damn near as much power because of what the factories do to them with their ECUs, their throttle bodies, and just, anyway. That's not what this video is about. McElrath, he's in second place in points. This dude has always been the underdog, which is silly because this guy wins races. He's always been up front, but when you think of Shane McElrath, you don't think of one of the top contenders for some odd, stupid reason. But this guy, I definitely think he's probably going to go halvesies with Sexton as far as race wins. Sexton might end up just running home with winning everything. But I would like to see a little bit of racing between those two, and I think he has the ability to do so. So I think he's going to be top 3 every weekend or Wednesday night, every race. Sexton, he's going to either be winning or I think second, or he's going to be crashed on the ground, did something bad, which is going to be good from Shane. Anyway, quick little update. Hope you guys are watching the race tomorrow, and let me know your prediction in the comments below. This is Johnny Hopper from Colorado. Potentially the last time. Bro.